was going to come up as its own topic, so I'll just kind of talk about what we've done as solar energy here. Solar energy is the future, and it is the future of industry, and it is the future of business. It is an incredible growth industry, and San Luis Obispo County is fortunate to be at the epicenter of the solar industry. And in this county, we have almost 3,000 jobs that are connected to the solar industry. We have the largest photovoltaic farm in North America. We have Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's group, investing in San Luis Obispo County. This is absolutely an industry that I support, that I encourage, that I will use my supervisor's office to help, because this is where we build jobs in San Luis Obispo County for our future.
Thank you, Ms. Compton.
I don't have any problem with solar energy, but I think you're deceiving yourself if you think we can switch over to solar energy right like this. California uses 2 million barrels of oil a day. I don't think it's feasible or practical that we could completely switch over to solar energy at any time soon. Do I think it's good if we wean ourselves off of oil? Sure. Do I think it's good if we have alternative sources of energy? Sure. I don't think it's feasible to switch over. When you look at the feasibility of a lot of these solar farms, they're government subsidized solar farms. Would they be profitable on their own? Would they generate the electricity that they needed on their own? No, they wouldn't. So while I feel it's important as part of the overall mix, I think things like Diablo Canyon are more important to supplying our energy than all of our eggs in one basket with solar energy.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was pulling out a new piece of paper. I was talking a lot. How is global warming affecting our county? Well, the question begins with, is global warming affecting anything? And I would say that it is, and I think it's important for us to deal with that. But on top of that, my philosophy maybe is less important than what we have to do. And as of AB 32, under, I almost said General Schwarzenegger, under Governor Schwarzenegger, this is landmark climate action legislation that was passed in 2006, and we are, whether we like it or not, whether we agree with climate change or not, we are mandated to make changes in order to prepare for climate change, and these changes are not bad changes. So the fact that I agree with them is nice, it makes my job easier, but it's a win-win across the board. It helps us build renewable energy sources, it helps us clean up our air, it helps us plan our roads better. There's no reason not to go down these roads, haha, get it? And but at the same time, we don't want to harm businesses. So, for example, through our APCD, we have new regulations that have to do with diesel converters to help with air quality. That's a statewide regulation. We have no help with that, or no ability to help with that. But we can help our local businesses by getting them grants to be able to get the things they need to be able to comply with state regulations. That's how it all fits together.
Thank you. Ms. Compton?
Well, I think you have to look at a lot of things when you look at global warming. First of all, we had predictions by Al Gore that in this year, 2014, the polar ice cap would be melted. It hasn't melted yet. When you look at AB 32 and its implementation, it's hurting businesses. According to a Cal State economist, it's going to cost the California economy $182 billion to comply with AB 32. When I look at all the different plans that are being implemented by the different cities, let me give you an example of things that are being done. I attended the Paso Robles plan. What they want to do is to lower their carbon emissions. They want less people driving cars. Okay, I understand that. What they proposed was on the square in Paso Robles, let's lessen the parking places and parking spots around the square so people ride their bike in. So one person in the audience got up and said, okay, let me get this straight. You're telling us we're going to have less parking places and you think people are going to ride their bike to the square to go grocery shopping? It's not going to happen. Number two, what are they going to do? They're going to drive around in circles around that square until they can find a place to park. So it's fallacies like that that make me question if what we're doing is really what's good. When you look at all this cap and trade, I'm not sure how many people realize that 25% of the money that comes through cap and trade is going to the high-speed train to nowhere. So I'm not opposed to policies that help our environment. My family and I breathe the air and want a healthy environment. I have a daughter with asthma. But When you punish businesses in California, when no other state is doing this, you're discriminating
Thank
against
you, Ms.
our business
Compton.
people.
Ms. Compton?